So good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
And thank you to the Empowerment boys and girls this morning for this warm welcome and for the best wishes for my birthday. They seem to be coming fast and furious, ever more quickly, but that's the way life is. And I hope that in your lifetime you should be able to live to be 90 years old.
Yes.
So,
See that.
let's hope I wish for all of you, and I hope you remember
Teachers and students,
this occasion.
may the following teachers, can you please send
And,
down a representative from your classroom with your
so,
daily attendance
should we
forms, please? The teacher can send a representative from that class with the daily attendance form, please. That's 9O, Ellis, 7L, Taylor, 7U, Hunter, 8L, Collie Smith, 8W, Hoyt, 8O, Kemp, and Ms. Cartwright from Art. And you please allow a student to come with the daily attendance sheets, please.
Right. So, as I say, in your lifetime, you should be able to reach the age of 90 without a problem. And women have a better chance, it appears, than men because we get into more accidents and fights and all those kinds of things. But you'll manage your lives, I'm sure. And thank you to the teachers, the principal, for being here this morning. My brother, his name is Ian, was born 15 months after I was born. So I was born in October, and he was born 15 months later in December. My parents, well, I don't know if they waited, but it took 3 years into their marriage before I was born. And I came home, my father says, in a rainstorm. So I remember birthdays just like this. It just rains every birthday. The one story they told me was when I was 3 years old, they woke me up to sing happy birthday. They had assembled this party for me. And I must not have been too pleased because I promptly put my foot in the cake. And they told me that story. And but my brother said something on Saturday night when we were at dinner, and they were asking everybody to give this toast. And he got up and he said, you know, all my life people have been telling me that my brother is smarter than me and that I must follow what he does, and why aren't you like him? And he says, as a matter of fact, my mother told me that as long as you're around, just follow what your brother does and do what he tells you to do. So well, this is not the first time he said that, but you know, I called him up this morning. I said, now look, I heard what you said, but I have never considered myself smarter than you or better than you. I only know that we're different. And that's what I want to tell all of you. He said, I was just joking with them. I said, yeah, but I want you to know the only difference is that we're different. And that's what I want to say to all of you. Each of you have your own individual identities, and that belongs to you. And you know, you're going to have different sizes, different shapes, different colors, all different hair, all of that. But everybody's entitled to all the rights and privileges of everyone else. All it is that we're different. And you'll find that in nature, everything is different. Nothing is the same. There are little differences everywhere. So another story was there's a man named John Kennedy who was president of the United States. And on the 22nd of November, 1963, he was making a visit to a city in Texas called Dallas. He was in an open car, and as he was driving along the road, he was shot dead. And he was, for us, because we were your age, I was 10 years old at the time. This was a shattering event because this was a man who, in 1960, when he became president at the age of 43, he gave a speech. And in the speech he said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. And that last admonition, ask what you can do for your country, is the thing that inspired me and the whole generation of people to go into public service. So every day when I wake up, I say to myself, what can I do for my country today? And you are a part of the country, you are the country's future. And part of the reason people like us have to spend time with you is because if the country is going to have a future, it's going to depend on whether or not you buy into being a part of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And I hope that you do buy into this country. It's a beautiful place to live. It can continue to be a beautiful place to live if we manage the assets which God has given us properly. So in saying thank you to you today, I also remember meeting Lyndon Pinling, who was our first Prime Minister back in 1969. And I had just participated in the Toastmasters speech contest for that year. It was actually the inaugural contest, the first one. And he was the principal speaker at the prize-giving ceremony. And after it was done, he invited all of the students to join him in the House of Assembly to see how the House works. And after that, he invited us all to dinner, to lunch at the British Colonial. And that was my first introduction to him. And I ended up working with him and for him for many, many years up until his death. That was a really fortunate event for me. And I remember it because that is how people learn. They learn from others who they see as an example. And when I go out every day, I remember events such as this, because if I fail, you fail. If I shame the country, I shame you. So I've got to beware wherever I go, whatever I do, that it's not just my reputation that I'm defending. It's the reputation of all of you who are in this school. Thanks a lot for this. This was quite moving this morning, and I wish all of you the very best. I leave you a donation as well for the empowerment program. So I hope that that's able to help.
Yes, it will. Thank you, advisors.
Sure.
Before we
And
do the
thank you a
foyer,
lot.
we do a group photo. You want to do it in the foyer, like by the welcome side? By the well area? Or right here? No, right here? We fixed up here? Yeah, okay. So we do group by group, this side first and then that side. Come advisors.
Okay, thank you again.
You said thank
And
you. Let's go
blessings.
play school song, Mark.